Hi, welcome to the Giving Flower podcast. I'm sorry, I'm going to fix this camera really quickly. It's been a long time. I'm sorry. It's been a very, very busy time. I've had so much going on. I don't know where to begin. But anyway, thanks for coming, for hanging out so long to wait for me to come back. I don't know if you're still here. I'm sitting in the yard and I'm trying not to speak too loudly because my neighbors are out. It is, oh gosh, what time is it? It's 7:30 at night. It's been a super busy day, but I thought I would do a podcast really, really quickly just to say hi, and then I'm still here, and I will be here. I am coming back. I will, I promise. I just have been quite busy. The last couple of months have been super, super busy. I've been a little bit sick, so I've taken a little bit of a break from just doing so much, and I'm still doing a ton. So, but anyway, it's been a while. I don't know where I left off, and I haven't watched anything. Oh, another reason why I haven't been podcasting is because Blip has thrown us off, as in they have done that to everybody, so it's no biggie. We knew it was coming. We just have been trying to put all of the podcasts on YouTube so that we have our own YouTube channel now, and that's been the best solution so far. We didn't know what else to do. I can't afford to pay big charges a month for anything else, for a provider or anything. Sorry, my feet keep smudging here. I'm sitting outside on the deck in a plastic chair. So, my daughter's inside. She just saw me and went back. She wanted to come out and say hi, but I don't think she will. No, but we will be on YouTube. That's the best solution for us. And my son has been moving all of the videos over to YouTube. And so that's another reason why we haven't been podcasting, because that takes a while. And he isn't, it's not one of his priorities to do my podcast anymore. So he does it when he can and when he has time and when he has desire to do these things. And that's when he'll move my podcasts over. So I think we're almost over there. All done, because Blip is now non-existent. I'm not sure where you're watching this. Could be Blip. Don't know. Could be on the blog. I don't know if I'll do show notes. The thing is, doing a podcast is not an easy. It's easy, but it's not without a little bit of work. You have to write things down. At least I do, because I have the brain of a 2-year-old. Forget everything. What was I doing? What's my name? I don't remember. The camera goes on. It's the weirdest thing. The camera goes on, and you forget everything. You forget words. It's crazy. So I kind of have to get in I've got a podcast mode. I have to get all my things together, and as soon as I start getting 2 things together, then I remember, I've got to get that one together. Oh, I've got to go get that one to show, and it gets kind of crazy. And then afterwards, I have to put it all away, so it's kind of time-consuming. It's not, it's no big deal. I love to do it. It's no big deal. It's just, it does take a bit of time to do. And afterwards, I do have to watch it to make sure it's okay, and I'm not looking like a total dork, which is probably the case, but that's okay. And so, anyway, so that's the story. I've been a little bit sick. It's just my thyroid, that's all. I went to the doctor. In fact, this week I have another appointment, and it's been slowing me down, making me tired. If anyone has thyroid problems, you'll know it just makes you tired. And I'm usually one that doesn't like to sit still. I like to go, and it's kind of blocking me a bit. So this summer I was a bit down, took it easy, didn't do too much. I did do a little bit of designing, and that's another thing. The reason I didn't want to do a podcast too much, I have to try to talk up. I don't want to talk off too loudly because everyone will hear, the whole neighborhood, but I want you guys to be able to hear. I was designing a few things that I wasn't able to show anybody. And so for 2 months, I worked solely on those 2 things, and I couldn't show anybody. So what's the point of having a podcast if you can't show anybody? So that was another reason I couldn't podcast, and I didn't podcast for a while. And then, of course, after such a long hiatus, it was hard to get the phone out. I'm podcasting on my phone. But decided I am today, and I'll show you one of those things. One of the things I'm wearing, this is my shrug. This is, my friends have a yarn store. It's an online yarn store for now. They hope someday to have a brick and mortar store. We'll see. But for now, it's an online yarn store, and it's called Yarn Over Berlin, and you can get a lot of Malabrigo, Madeline Tosh, all those wonderful things you can get there. In fact, they even will meet you. You know, you can call them up and say, hey, I'd like to look at this, and they will come. I think I just scratched myself. They will come and meet you and show you yarns, and you can pick it out yourself. So they're great. Really, really great. Anyway, I forgot to write down all the names of the yarns I've used. For Malabrigo, we did an ebook of patterns. Everyone in our group, not everyone, but the majority of us in the group designed a pattern for the book, 1 or 2 or 3 patterns, and I did 2, and those were my secret patterns. We weren't allowed to show anybody, we weren't allowed to talk about them, and that's what we did. And I can't remember what yarn I used. Great. The thing is, I always update my Ravelry page. I can see this, it's very red because I scratched myself. I update my Ravelry page. So if you want to see anything and you want to see any details, you can go over there and check them out, because I have all my details and pictures most of the time. Sometimes even put some notes in there. So if you want to find out the details of what yarn I've used, this is sock yarn. And this is a shrug, and it's reversible because there's a reversible cable along the edging. So you can wear it like this, and it's big and cozy, and it's kind of one of my favorite things right now. I'm kind of wearing it like a blanket. It's what I've been wearing lately. And if you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see, it's a very simple shrug. You can wear it with the pearl side out, or it's reversible, because I've done it so that there is no seam at all. And the armholes are I-cord. So I love I-cord. It's my absolute favorite. So everything, if I can put I-cord on it, it will have I-cord. So I put I-cord on the sleeves, so you pretty much cast on, knit the whole thing across, and I used 4 skeins, I believe, of sock yarn, Malabrigo sock, and it's a great red color, I love it. And and you knit across, and then you seam it up, and I've written how to seam it and everything in the directions, and you can put it on. So you just kind of weave in an N or 2, and that's it. There's no seaming, nothing. So I love this one. So that was one of the things that I did, and I think I want to see what happens when I take red off, what the camera does. I've been watching Wolf Farms and the gray and the white and what it does to the picture. Love you guys, Dawn. You guys are great. Anyway, I'm a podcast junkie. I love podcasts. So I've been watching them. And this is another thing that I made. And woo, this is pink. It's very pink. This is a shawl. It's called Botanic Gardens. And we named our ebook is wrapped in red. Everything had to be red or pink. And we named everything after places in Berlin. So that's Spree is water here, a lake, a river here in Berlin. That's why it's the Spree Shrug. And I used to live along it. And this one is Botanische Garten, because you have flowers. I don't know if you can see them. Flowers going down the spine. And then you have a lace and cable pattern, and it's real lace because it's on both sides, but you have enough stocking knit in the middle that it's not hard and confusing. And they look like little butterflies, I think. I don't know if you can see this, and it's along the edging as well. So you get a little bit of lace along the edging and stocking knit in between, so you can take nice rests. So, and this is my shawl. I use 2 skeins of silk alpaca. And I can't remember the color name. Pink. Pink is good. So, that's what this one was. So those were my 2 designs, and this was 2 skeins, so it was like 800 meters, I believe, or yards, around that. And my jacket was 4 skeins. So I had a lot of knitting to do. But it was totally worth it because I love them. So those are the 2 things that I've been working on. And this summer, I did quite a bit of stuff. It's weird. The camera goes on and you want to scratch your nose or here or something. I don't know. What is it? You guys making me itch. Yeah, this summer. Actually, let's start with last year, Christmas. I went to visit Nicole. Nicole C. Mendez has the best yarn. Yeah, she's wonderful. I met her through designing. I asked her to color some yarn for me because she's a German dyer, and I thought, ooh, I would like to know. I would like to use German dyers. I would like to use people here instead of going to America for everything or Canada, or why not use things that are here? Why not use people? No, why don't go to people that live here in Germany? And I saw on Plurk that she was one of my Plurk friends and that she dyed yarn, and I said, ooh, I need some yarn and I need these colors. And she was wonderful. She sent me little samples and said, what do you think? And I said, well, I like this one. And she said, oh, okay. Great. Wonderful to work with. We got along so well from day one. And yeah, she's my bestie. I love her. She's awesome. And as you know, because I talk about her a lot, well, I'm kind of addicted to her yarn because I can say, hey, why don't you do this color? And boom, she does it. She's mean like that. That's how people are, friends. They suck you in. But I like it. So it's all good. So we went to visit. My family took the train to visit her because she lives about 4 hours by train west of here. And so we went to visit, and we stayed for a couple, 4 days, 5 days, and we had a great time. And we were sitting in the kitchen one night, and we were talking about Star Trek geeky stuff, and her husband's a geeky Star Trek person like I am, and like the rest of my family, and we talked about what I could make, and we said, oh, why don't we make a bottlet, or a botleth, and bottlet in German and a botleth in English. I believe that's how you say it. I'm not a big on Klingonish, but I think that's what you say in English. The Klingons from Star Trek. Yeah. They have a language. It's called Klingon. And they have a sword that they use in battle for the warriors. And he said he would love one. And I said, I could design that. Cool. But I knew. And I grabbed yarn from Nicole because I said, you've got the perfect colors. She had them there. So, and one of them was from my flower basket shawl, my basket of flower shawl. This brown was from that, and it's merino and silk, so it's gorgeous. It's soft, and it lays nicely. And so I said, oh, I'll take it. So I took her yarn and realized I wasn't going to be able to design this without having a head to think with. And when I'm working at school, it's hard to, I can design stuff, but not as well as I can when I'm on vacation, obviously, because I need to sit down and rip and knit and rip and knit. I'm not the kind of person that can say, oh, it's going to look like this. I need to knit it and write it down as I'm going. That's how I do things. And I can have a general idea of where I'm going, and we see what happens. And so I thought, ooh, I'm going to need time. I thought, Easter. I've got Easter break. I'll make her sword then. No, didn't happen. So summer came. I have 6 weeks off. As you know, or if you don't know, I'm a teacher. I'm a sport and Spanish teacher. And I have 6 weeks off in the summer. So I thought this is the perfect opportunity to sit down and work on this. And I still have my family during the summer, so it's not like I have complete vacation. We all do, but I still have a lot to do. So, but it worked. And I managed in the 6 weeks to get a few things done. And one of that was the sword. And it came out, and I love it. It is a cool sword. It is a cool scarf. You can wear it, and yet you're still wearing a Klingon sword. So I'm going to show you. It's so cool. Anyway, I like it. And I don't have the original picture here, but if you look up in the internet, just put in botleth, and you'll see it. This is it. It's kind of big. It's kind of long. I-cord edging, of course, all around it, because it needs to hold its shape. It does have the handles. Look at that. And the best part is, it's reversible. It's a great shawl, scarf thing. I don't know what to call it. If it's a shawl, if it's a scarf, I don't. It's for the men in the family. It's a scarf, not a shawl. So that's what I worked on, and I love it. It's so cool. And we decided that she should put a kit together, and she dyed this gray. It's like a metallic gray, and this brown for the grips. And because you don't need much of the grip, and you have a bit left over. So we did it so you have enough. and it makes a great gift for Christmas. So that was my big thing this summer. That took up a lot of time. But I had fun. I had a lot of fun. And you can wear it like this, and you can put it through. You can put these, be careful, sharp. Put it through and wear it around. You can do all sorts of stuff. But if, you know, the men in your family don't want anybody to know that you're wearing it, you just you're wearing a sword. You just kind of go like this, and no one would know any better. It just looks like a regular old scarf. So I'll wear this for now. But that's the big thing. And then I also did I designed some hats, and they're going to come out. And in fact, I think tomorrow this one's done. Tronita is just sending me some of the corrections right now for the pattern. It's been tested. All my patterns are tested. I have them thoroughly tested because I do not want to have any mistakes in them when you get them. So I always have a lot of testers knitting them for me. This one, this is Nicole's yarn. I love this color. This is like my favorite color. It's like a beret type thing. And this is called, which one is this? Open Rose. Because I thought it looked like rose. And if you look, oh, it's hard with the coloring. If you look, here are the petals, and then the inside of a rose. You know how the inside of the rose is like, in the pattern I have a picture of a rose, 2 roses from my yard, because I've knit it in 2 different, I've knit it in this Malabrigo sock, I believe this is Malabrigo sock, in Something Love, which is a pink, it's gorgeous, and it's doing fun things with my camera. This one in pink, and in hot pink from Nicole. This is just sock yarn, which is great because I think for a hat you got to be able to throw it in the wash and dryer and everything else. It's a little bit lacy, it's still warm, but it's light and it's not tight. I love it. So I did this one, and in the same sense I made this, and she had asked me to design a hat for her mom, and we found this cable pattern that we loved. And they're 3D cables. See this? It's a little 3D twisted cable. And that twisted cable reminded me of a hug for her mom. So this is the Hugs hat because it has the little twisted cables all around it. And yeah, and of course purple. I'm purple. I just happen to have this yarn from Christmas. I bought it while I was there. And that's the Hug hat. I love hats. I'm a big hat person. So. And I did that, and I also did that in the Malabrigo as well. And I just finished this one today. So that's what I've been knitting on. I love it with the cables. It's a little different because you have to knit the 2 things separately and then twist them. And then but I put in a photo tutorial in the pattern so you can see exactly how it's done. Because if you're like me, you need pictures. So it smells good because I just blocked it today. And I used Tuft sock yarn, Sark soap or something. I'll have to show you that next time. There's so much I could tell you about, and I don't even know where to start, but I washed it with that today, and I love lavender. Lavender's my scent, and oh, it smells so good. So did that, and I did this one as well. So I've done 4 hats and this over the summer, and for 6 weeks, I think it was pretty good. And I did a few other things I want to show you. I didn't want to make this one too long. I just wanted to kind of say hi. Also because the sun's going down. I did a little bit of sewing. I had some fun sewing. Look at this. I don't know if you can see. Milka. This one is Bunte Kakaolinsen. They're like little M&Ms. It is from a chocolate bar that my daughter and I bought. We went out and found the prettiest wrappers, and of course had to eat the candy inside. Bummer. And I made a little bag out of it. It's just a notions bag. In fact, it does have notions in it. Look at that. I've got my stitch markers that I love. I'll talk next week about or in 2 weeks, not next week. I'll tell you why not next week. Stitch markers in here. This is my little Starbucks one that I made. I love this one. It's so cute. I'll tell you about stitch markers next week because I've just been thinking about things I could talk to you guys about. But this is, yeah, really kind of fun to make. My machine does not like knitting on this, sewing on this. And if you make a mistake on paper like this, and it's covered with a plastic, I make it just like I do my regular bags, with the ends nicely done so that the zipper's not at the end, and everything, and it's lined. It's fully lined. It's really cute. The thing is, my machine doesn't like it, and it's paper. So if you sew twice, you cut through it and you've ripped a hole. So if you make a mistake, you're done. So anyway, but I made a couple of these. In fact, Nicole got one. I've got to make one for our mom now. That's fine. Just gonna have to wait because I've got other stuff. But that's what I did. And another thing that I did this summer is my my Wednesday group, because I have a couple groups that I knit with, and I adore my Wednesday group out here in Teltow. I live right on the outskirts of Berlin. I'm a kilometer from the border. And it's nice and quiet. It's nice. Every Wednesday I go and meet my girls, and we sit and knit. And we decided over the summer that we would meet in the city at a friend's office. Yeah, it's a bigger story than that, but at a friend's office we met one day. Everybody bought food. We sat the whole day and knitted. Knit or knitted? I think they're both possible. We knitted, and we all brought Fimo and made yarn bowls. And it was fun because I was the only one who had ever made them before, and they said, oh, this would be a fun project for us to do. So we made yarn bowls together. It was hysterical. It was really fun. We're going to do it again. We all agreed we had a great time, so we're going to do it again. And this is my yarn bowl. And of course I did the flower. Can you see? This is like the middle, and these are the petals with the blue sky in the background. And there it is on the inside. Kind of funky. And then you have this little hole here, this slit, and that's where the yarn comes out. So you've got your yarn in here, and then it comes out here. And it's great because I break stuff. So if it were ceramic, it would have been broken already. It's fallen already. But it's Fimo, so it can't break. Or it can, but it won't. That easily. Unless I step on it. Which, anyway. And I put glow-in-the-dark. So this white is glow-in-the-dark. And it's funny because I come downstairs and the lights are all out. My bowl is glowing. So, but I love it. It's really cute. And it's, of course, my colors. So, made that this summer. We had a great time. We're going to do this again, my girls and I. So, yeah, I've done that. And, oh, I've got so much to talk about. It was my birthday 2 days ago. I just want to show you one more thing. I'll talk about other things next time, but just to kind of keep this one shorter. Yeah, Nicole, she spoils me. We talked a long time ago about spinning our own wool to make a rainbow swirl jacket, which we both agreed would be totally cool. I'm a rainbow freak. Love it. Rainbows are great. And we both said it would be fun to spin our own wool. She secretly, she's a monster, the best kind. She secretly dyed yarn for me. And she had bought a carding machine for the store, for her shop. She is Nicole C. Mendez Etsy shop. So go check her out. She's got a lot of stripe. Her striped sock yarn gets me every time. It's bad. I think she's pretty low right now, but she's doing an update possibly this week or next week. But she's trying to do a little bit more, get some more out there, and she's got great prices. And it's only €5 to send something to the States, so it's not that expensive to send it to you guys. And that's where the kit is from this. And I think she's sold all the kits out of her store, and I think she's got 2 custom orders. So, but she's already ordered more yarn, so she's already on making more. Anyway, she bought a carding machine for the store, for her shop, and started carding wool, and she's been having fun with it. And what did she do? She spent so much time. She carded all the rainbow wool, and from every color, she sent 200 grams carded. It is amazing. Here, let me show you the whole box. Hang on. Here. This is the box. Do you see? Oh my gosh. I'm going to have so much fun. And I've been debating what to do. Look at those gorgeous colors. Now this, of course, is my absolute favorite. It's purple. Look at that purpleness. Oh, she dyed it herself, and then I love her rainbows. So, what I was thinking of doing is making a 3-ply, because I spin kind of thin, and this is superwash merino, and there's 3 of them in here, and I'm thinking I'll make a 3-ply, and I'll do red, 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 and the next one, because I've got 2, this is 100, and she's got 2 of these, and then the next one will be 2 red and an orange, and the next one will be 2 oranges and a red. So it slowly goes into the next color. So I have a lot to do, but I'm so excited. So Nicole C. Mendez, go check her out. She's really good. Yeah. Yeah. And yarn shops in Berlin. I have had people asking me. People have been writing to me. I hear there are no local yarn shops in Berlin, and I've had to explain to people there are 40 yarn shops in Berlin. On my way to work, and I don't live in Berlin. Okay, there's 2 out here. On my way to work, which is 12 kilometers from here, there are 3 yarn shops. So I don't know, it's the strangest thing. People keep talking to me about there's no yarn shops. They've heard that there's no yarn shops. So just wanted to clear that up. There are plenty of yarn shops everywhere. And they have decent stuff. Everyone has a little bit different. Yeah, you can't get Malabrigo, Madeline Tosh, all that stuff, but you can get so many other things here. Except for Yarn Over Berlin. They have the Madeline Tosh and the good stuff and the skein and everything. So, I love skein. As you know, my still light and my windows to my soul. You haven't seen window. Okay. I did the Joji, I said color Joji. Joji Locatelli pattern window to my soul. I knit the sweater. I finished it this summer and it's great. It's gorgeous. I finished another sweater too. Next time. I will be back. I have enough to tell you. I will be back. But next weekend, I will be at the Wollfest in Hamburg with Yarn Over Berlin. I'm bringing some bags that I'm selling. I don't have many because I've been trying to sew but it's in Hamburg from the 6th and 7th of September. Hopefully this podcast will be up by then. I'm hoping he'll do this for me. And there's a German Raveler meeting. But I got this card because I ordered some needles and it came in with it. So I just thought I'd show you. So if you're in Germany and you're going to be there, I would love to meet you. Come and talk to me. I hear all these wonderful podcast groups that go and do stuff and they meet and I don't get to see them because I'm too far away. But now's my chance to meet you guys. So if you're in Germany and you're going to be in Hamburg next weekend, come and see me. I am at the Yarn Over Berlin stand. Come and see me. So I would love to meet you and say hi. It's kind of fun. I think it's so cool. I love to meet people online and I have the best testers and it's just fun. So, just checking out my book here because I've written some things down. In fact, I should probably write window and lighthouse keeper, or lighthouse something or other. Lighthouse wife's, one of my favorite sweaters I made this summer. Those 2 were fabulous. I do have saying, let me just show you one more thing, okay, before I'm done. My sock blanket. I'm addicted. I have been working on it. This sock blanket. I have 2 sock blankets, and this is the one I've been working on. And I just got these beautiful signatures. I have decided it is time that I start using really nice materials when I knit. I love my carbons. I do love the Knit Pricks Pro. I love wood. But I've always wanted to try signatures. And I've decided I'm going to save up. And I'm going to start buying some nice needles. And I did a swap with Julie. She's Beardy Knits. I made some bags and I sent them to the States with chocolate and goodies from Germany. And she sent me a circular needle. I'm doing the Hirufude, and it's in there. Maybe I'll show you that next week. I'll show you that next week because I'll have more done next week. And my signature needle's in that. And I have a set of sock double points that I've been using. I just thought of more things I could show you. I have so much to show you. And a couple days ago, I got these. And these are just for my sock blanket because I figured this is going to be a lifetime thing. I love doing my sock blanket. It's so addicting. You have to do one. There's so many different ways to do them. And they're all on the internet. You can get the directions. I've written my recipe. It's not a recipe, but what I do just so that when I forget what I'm doing, I can go and check my notes on my project page. So you can check my project page to see mine and how I'm doing it. I think I have 42 stitches and I'm using a 275 millimeter needle and I connect as I go and they're all the same direction. It's starting to get buggy. Sorry, it's not you, it's me. And here it is. Look at this. Look at this gorgeousness. And remember, I buy the yarn, knit the square, and then make socks with it. That's kind of the direction I go. Shh, don't tell anybody I do it the wrong way. It's not really a scrap blanket. But it is. It is. It's scraps. It's all scraps. So, Nicole sent me a ton of scraps. So, I've been knitting hers on here. And hers are all on here. This black one is from her. Funky dude. And on this side. And this is her yarn. These were her socks. My wave pattern. That's her waves. It's all in here. And this one I did today. And what I do is I keep my little stitch marker, because I need a stitch marker to show in the middle. And I keep it pinned on here so that when I knit the next time, it's right there ready for me to use. This was my happy one for today that I made. It's Regia sock yarn. I like the just regular sock yarn for this, because then you can wash it and kind of be rough with it. It's just, and I like stripes. Stripes are my thing. Stripes, my world. Love them. Give me a stripe, you're mine. So I'm doing all stripes on here. As you can see, this is what it looks like. And it's getting quite big. So I've been using these beauties, and these are with the fun little tips on them, and they're just long enough for 42 stitches. Oh, they're so pretty, aren't they pretty? And it flies. I might do another square tonight, thinking about it. So that's what I've been doing. We went for a trip this summer. It was an all-day trip. We went geocaching. And we do that too a little bit with my father-in-law and the 2 kids. We all jumped in the car and drove all over. And I, of course, knit in the back seat. So I got about 3 or 4 squares done that day, which was nice. See, this was from Nicole, part of it. A lot of it's not striped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ones that aren't striped and I'm going to stripe them. I'm going to use 2 different and stripe it all the way up, because I like stripes in my blanket. So that's what I've been doing. So much to tell you. Hitofude, I will show you, not next week, because I will be in Hamburg, but the week after, I will jump on here, and I will show you what I've been up to. Do you want to see my Hitofude? I don't know how to say it. Accept it. Move on. Here she is. Uh-oh. I got to be careful, because I have all of these stitch markers that Alex gave me. My buddy Alex. I adore my buddies. She gave me a ton of stitch markers, and they're all hanging on here, and I don't want to lose them. I'm on the deck, and there are, of course, holes in the deck. Of course, it's purple, and this is Nicole's yarn. What's new? This is merino and silk in lavender, my color, my scent, my color, my everything. And I don't have much done, because I've been working on the hats. And here are my purple signatures. I think a 3.5. These are from Julie. Thank you, Julie. I love them. I think of you every time I knit. It's great. I hope she likes her bags, too. So, but that's a great swap. If anyone wants to do a swap with me, a couple bags, because I sell my bags for about 30 euros. So, if you're interested, I don't know, we'll see. Because I would love to get some more of these. I would love to collect a few. So, but that's how far I've gotten. And hopefully next week it'll be a little bit further. Here you can kind of see. It's going to be gorgeous. I love little sweaters you can just throw on. So that's it. And here, it's in my bag. This is one of my bags. I think it was dirty. I went somewhere and it was on the floor. You can just throw, I've thrown my other one, which I don't have here. It has white on the inside and it gets kind of cruddy after a while. You throw it in the wash. It washes right up. Because I've washed and dried all the fabric first. So it won't change. It shouldn't change. So I might have to wash this baby up. But this I thought would be fun for the summer, this bag. I think it's cute. Nice and bright. But that's it. Don't know what else to tell you. I'm really glad you stopped by and you stuck with me. Yeah. That's about it for today. And I hope to be back out here in the yard. I hope it's nice enough. It stays nice enough, because it's so much better out here than in the basement. And I will see you again and chat at you again and tell you all about Hamburg and what you've missed if you don't come to see me. Come and see me. In 2 weeks. But thanks for stopping by. I have a Ravelry group. Go visit me. It's the Giving Flower podcast. I should have put the Giving Flower podcast and my design group together, but I didn't. I have 2 different ones. You can sign up for both. If you want to be a tester, let me know. I love testers. I need them because I get blind to my own patterns after a while. So I'm very dependent on my testers to help me out. And so stop by, introduce yourself, say hi, join the group for fun. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's all up to you. And I will see you in a couple weeks. Thanks so much for stopping by. Tschüss.